So I work with a bunch of young kids, and I've really seen how this generation is already so much more different than mine is, and I'm not that old. My elementary school kids all have an iPad, iPhone, with Snapchat, Instagram, and this new thing, TikTok. These middle schoolers dress more grown up than I do still to this day. So why are these kids growing up so fast? Is it parenting, their peers, social media? Actually, it's a combination of all of them. How can we prevent our kids from growing up too fast when they're exposed to violent games, movies, TV shows, which desensitizes them, or the effects of social media and the access to cyberbullying, low self-esteem due to the media's idea of perfect, or the alarmingly increasing number of teens that smoke, drool, and drink? These children are our future. Our future president, CEO, scientists, artists, teacher, activists. How can we fix this? What are we setting them up for? Success or growing up fast? So here's the thing. We aren't letting our kids be kids anymore, and here's why. Kids are desensitized to violence due to the exposure of video games, TV shows, movies, and much more. It can make it seem normal to an impressionable child. Children may not be able to tell the difference between real and fake. According to commonsensemedia.org, they say that what's troubling is kids on a typical media diet are exposed to a lot. Estimates are in the tens of thousands of graphically violent images and ideas through movies, games, and even advertisements. While researchers often disagree about the relationship between watching violent television programs and aggressive behavior in children, there are not enough indicators of a correlation for you to consider limiting your child's TV viewing of violent programming, according to the Media Awareness Network. When kids are exposed to violent media, they tend to be less empathetic to their peers. It desensitizes real human pain and suffering. Allowing kids on social media at a young age is causing children to experience cyberbullying as well as the world of skewed self-esteem and illnesses like body dysmorphia. Many teens and young adults suffer from depression, and some of that can be linked to cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is easy due to the lack of social interaction and human contact. When saying hateful, hurtful things, you're saying it to a screen and not thinking about the person behind the screen. According to a 2014 poll, 35% of 11 to 17-year-olds experienced some sort of cyberbullying that year. The same poll taken a year before, in 2013, only had 16%. Due to the uncomfortable media, many suffer from poor thoughts of their body image. And it leads to low self-worth, thinking they are not good enough. It is impacting children younger and younger. In a report by Advertising Association, nearly half of girls, 47%, agree that seeing thin models in advertisements made them conscious of the way they looked, made them want to diet or lose weight. Children are being introduced to drugs, sex, and alcohol, and the pressures to being the next child genius at a young age. The past decade has seen more than doubling of the proportion of 8th graders who have smoked marijuana, 10% today. According to the kids channel Nickelodeon, Vice President Bruce Friend, the 12 to 14-year-olds of yesterday are the 10 to 12-year-olds of today, which makes the content of these shows able to include more mature topics to remain cool and in trend. The term tween used to mean the age group between 10 and 12-year-olds, and now it's becoming the age group of 7 to 8-year-olds. Many parents are also pushing their children to grow up fast. They send 7-year-olds to technique-intense sports camps, hire academic tutors for their kindergartners, sign 4-year-olds up for violin lessons, contract with writing coaches to help compose their kids' preschool applications, according to the Washington Post. Now that we have talked about some of the reasons why kids are growing up too fast and not being able to be kids anymore, let's move on to how we can fix it. Since we've discussed that our reality is what's affecting our children's childhood, if parents are educated on what these video games are, it may prevent children from receiving them until they are more mature. Also, when a movie is rated R, it's for a reason. let's aim to produce some of the material that our children are watching. Social media platforms typically have age restrictions on it, but I work with children and many elementary age kids have Instagram and Snapchat, which is intended for older users. Let's monitor their social media and if and when they're of age to get their accounts. Also, informing them that what goes on the internet stays on the internet. Educate them on being responsible for their words and their actions. When it comes to cyberbullying, let them know that just because you cannot physically see the person doesn't mean the words won't affect them. Most families have both parents working full-time, and it allows kids to be on their own for long periods of time. And I'm not saying you have to be a helicopter parent, but be aware of the pressures of media and their peers in its growing intensity. Letting kids play outside instead of playing on their devices. Once they have shiny new devices, playing with dolls, Legos, and toys don't seem too appealing anymore. Put them in activities. Kids who are involved in activities tend to have less time and desire for drugs and alcohol. As for the hopeful parents expecting their child to be a prodigy, let your kids be kids. They have their whole lives ahead of them to be adults. Parents should not be pressured by their child's peers. If Jim Bob has a cell phone in the first grade, it doesn't mean your child needs one too. Today we discussed several ways that children are prevented from being children. I shared some personal examples of what I've witnessed working with little kids, as well as information from several childhood development platforms. We talked about the possible solutions of allowing our children to enjoy their childhood. You only get to be a kid for so long, and then you have your whole life ahead of you to be an adult with responsibilities, jobs, taxes, have fun. Kids, enjoy it while you can.